know they died off. Every shirt they put to work is looking fly, boss. You want the best in audio, there's nowhere to go. Another episode right now, start the show. Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold. With a tombstone, grapple the waist, get laid flat. Can't escape, nowhere to go, the cage match. It's on now, when I spot him, it's no problem. Everybody stone cold till they hit with the rock bottom. Sharpshooter, I won't miss him like Bret Hart. Like Al Snow, they gon' need him a head start. I just might catch a better body than Mickey James. Get acquainted with the name, we bringin' the pain. Like Kane in the ring, all I see is red. Paul Era, Undertaker, I can see the dead. John Cena putting hands in your face. 10 DBS, keep a milli on the waist. B2TF, better stay in your place or get smacked down, play it safe. What you talking about?
Welcome to another episode of Boot to the Face here on YouTube Live and all your favorite podcasting platforms. I'm Chris Rucker along with my co-host EJ Reed, and we are here to talk about the world of professional wrestling. EJ, how's it going?
A little tired, but that's life. How about yourself?
My allergies just like, it's like every Tuesday about 6:30, my allergies are just like, hey, you got to record? Fuck you. Like, good Lord. I've taken allergy medicine. I've taken everything I'm supposed to, and this shit just isn't working.
Yeah, even in the fall, your allergies bother you some?
And just on random days. Like, I hadn't really had allergy issues. I've had weather alerts like, hey, do you have bad allergies? Because the pollen count's pretty high for this time of year. And I take allergy medicine every day. But for some reason, when I get ready to come in this office, maybe there's something in here that's like triggering it.
I don't even know what you would do to get that out of there. Like vacuum? I don't know.
I don't either. I can tell you what, these fucking dogs above me are pissing me off. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, but they're loud as shit.
Nah, I can't hear anything on my end, so I think it's all good.
It's good for you and other listeners.
Yeah, I got dogs that do that shit occasionally where I stay at too. It's just annoying. I think it should be rules against it, because they got pretty sure they got like 3, the people that I hear from. I think it should be like a 1 dog rule around here.
I don't even want to talk about, I think these people and these fucking dogs have just gotten out of hand. Like, when I'm sitting at Longhorns trying to have a steak, I shouldn't look to the table next to me and see fucking Fido sitting underneath the table because Becky can't come out without her fucking dog with her. Like, well, keep your ass at home. There's Uber Eats. Like, I shouldn't have to eat next to your fucking dog when I come out to a nice restaurant.
Yes, but dogs are a man's best friend. They're still outside with fur. It's just fur. They don't wear clothes like people. So germs and shit all over the place. Yeah, of course. And I agree. Unless you're blind, of course that should be an exception.
No, these are just people taking advantage. And then I walk a lot, right? Like after work, I go on a 45-minute walk every day I'll go around my complex, or I'll go across the street to the walking trails or whatever, get a couple miles in. And there's people with dogs, which is fine. But what's not fine is how they let their dogs, the dogs are supposed to be on a leash, and they'll still let their dogs, come all up on you, and maybe the dog's a little active, and he'll try to jump on. I'm like, yo, I shouldn't have to tell you to get your fucking dog away from me. Now, if I'm, down on my knees, and I'm like, hey, Fido, all that bullshit, but I'm not. I'm very standoffish when it comes to dogs, because 1, I'm allergic. 2, dogs are like kids. If it's not mine, I don't fucking like it. So keep it away from me.
I mean, that's just common courtesy, right? Just to be able to handle your dog, make sure you're not jumping on strangers unless the stranger initiates it.
Right. Which I don't. But dogs and cats both. Like me and my girlfriend or me and my daughter, we can be walking, and both of them love cats, and there's a lot of cats in our neighborhood. And they'll go up to the cat like, "Oh my god, look at the pretty little cat," and I'll just be standing there, like, "Don't fucking come over here." And you know what the cat does, EJ? The cat walks right past the fucking girl and the woman that's trying to pet him, and they walk right to me and try to like rub up against me, and it's like, no, asshole, like, go to the people that like you. I don't like you.
Now that's interesting because cats are pretty standoffish. They usually got to work for them to like trust you. That's weird that they just come up to you like that.
It happens, like, it's probably happened 5 different cats in our neighborhood where they're like, "Oh, look at the pretty kitty," and they get down, and I'm standing like 5 feet away, and the cat will walk right past them and come to me. Her cat, like my girlfriend's cat that lives here, I don't fucking like him. I don't fuck with him. I'll feed him if I get up early in the morning and stuff like that, but like, I don't play with him. He's not allowed on my recliner or my couch, that kind of shit. You know who he fucking loves? Me.
Maybe you're the cat whisperer.
Yeah, I've been known to make a couple pussies purr in my life. You lobbed it over the plate, EJ. That's why I was late.
Call me Magic Johnson.
Or Randy Johnson, the big unit.
Exactly.
What a great
Puns
nickname.
all around.
Magic Johnson and the big unit. Like, imagine being a kid. Imagine being a kid and your dick is little, or a man, but your parents named you Randy Johnson and you can't live up to it. Like, that would be awful.
Tragic.
But luckily for him, he was the big unit, so apparently he doubled down on it.
This motherfucker's like 6'8" pitcher, which is insane.
With a trashy mustache.
Yeah, that 60s, 70s mustache down pat.
Anything exciting going on this weekend, EJ?
Yeah, I went back home to South Carolina, did my taxes, but, also got in some extracurricular activity while I was there. Went to the beach, went to Edisto Beach. I text you, people do interesting things on the beach. I showed you a video, like somebody was like, it was like a motorized like surfboard almost, and they were like way out there. I don't think that video did it justice on how far they're out there. Like they're close to the boats. I'm like, good for you. What is it like? The show 10,000 Ways to Die or Newton's Law?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, out of all the ways to die, you choose this way to possibly go. But they came back on shore and they were fine. But still, like, that's risky to me, man. Going all the way out there on a like motorized surfboard. I never seen such a thing before. I don't know if you have.
No, the video definitely did it justice, because when you sent it, I was like, is this motherfucker just showing me a video of his fucking toes in the sand? Like, what is this about? And then you kept zooming in, and I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at? And out of nowhere, I see this little speck, and you kept zooming in. I was like, oh my god, there's somebody out there on the surf. I didn't know the surfboard was motorized through the video. Yeah, that's wild.
Motorized. Yeah, couldn't be me. Like a joke. Betty White.
Yeah, that's the WPS.
But that was cool. I was there for a couple hours, and then I'm like, since I'm in South Carolina, I might as well try to make this game. So went from Edisto, stopped back to my parents' house. They live out in the country. Then rode to Columbia, South Carolina, try to watch the USC SC State game. But when I got there, it started pouring raining, and I'm like, all right, let me try to get a poncho. I already made this drive. And then I looked at my phone, delay in the game. I'm like, it's probably be like maybe 10-minute delay. But I got to like close to the stadium, and it was like standstill traffic. And I'm like, okay. And then I saw lightning. I'm like, oh, that's another 25 minutes. Every time it has a lightning, it has to wait 25. So I'm like, all right. So I don't know. Should I wait, or maybe should I just go back? Because my parents are about an hour and 20 minutes from Columbia. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happens next. Like another 10-minute goes. I see another lightning. And then when I get on, I can't remember the name of the street, but it's close to the stadium, like by the state fairgrounds. I see just a bunch of students just walking away from the stadium. I'm like, I'm like, I don't think this game's gonna happen anytime soon. So I just see them walking away from the stadium. I'm like, maybe it's not meant to be. And it was raining. I'm like, I bought a poncho, but like, I don't feel like sitting in the rain. So I'm like, I made a business decision just to go back to my parents' place and watch it. But on my way out, I saw it had to have been a freshman. This girl just basically did a face plant in the grass. And I think she had a skirt on. Her britches were showing, and she was sloppy, and her friends helped her pick her up. I got a video of it. I'll send it to you off camera. I doubt it's like a 0.0 chance he's watched this, but I don't want to embarrass the girl by like putting it on TikTok or anything. But I'll send it to you.
That's funny.
Once we get off the show. But,
I'm sure it's all over social media.
I don't know. I might have been the only one recording because, like I said, I was waiting. I was sitting in the line waiting to get back to the main road to get back to the interstate. I was right by the state fairgrounds, and yeah, so I'm like, I remember my first bear. She's probably like 18 years old. I'm like, damn,
That's
almost
funny.
20 years older than this girl. But yeah, went back home, watched the game, got my tax meeting on Monday, and I barely made it back to record today because I was going back to the airport early in the morning. My mom was I was driving. My mom's on the passenger side because she was gonna drop me off. Then on the way to the airport, it was like standstill traffic. I'm like, what is up with this me hitting traffic? But it had to be an accident because it was like way down Highway 17, Savannah Highway. It's it's the highway before the interstate existed to get to Savannah to Charleston. And it was like way, like probably like only 2/3 of the way to my way to the airport. I'm like, I'm about to miss my flight. So I turned around and took a different route, and I like made it by the skin of my teeth to the airport. Like I was like the second to last. Like they're about to close the door, and I just got on the plane. And thank goodness, because that would have threw my whole day off. But
Yeah.
that was pretty much my weekend.
Well, mine wasn't as exciting as that. I just fucking hung out, watched movies with my daughter, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We went to there was a taco truck. We did that, and yeah, I don't think I did anything else. Watched a lot of football. Opening weekend for the NFL, college football week 2. Watched some football, watched some wrestling. Just kind of hung out, and that was about it. And back to work. This coming weekend's the exciting one, though. Go to work Friday morning, hit the airport Friday afternoon, land in Las Vegas, and we'll be there until Monday.
Big fight weekend. I'll be in Vegas as well. Canelo Crawford this Saturday, so I'm already pretty excited, but I think I'll be more excited once Friday gets there. I get there Friday. I don't know what time you get there. I get there pretty early in the afternoon.
Oh, no. I work. I don't leave until... My flight's literally leaving right now, Friday night. So I won't get there until like 9:30, 10 o'clock Friday night.
I lied. I don't get there that early. I think I get there like at 4. So I'm only a few hours behind you. But I leave at like... What you about to say?
You'll be good and fucking lubed up by the time I get there. Lubed up is not a sexual term for people. It just means you'll be drunk.
Hey, I'm glad you clarified that.
Me too. No Diddy.
Although Diddy is a fan of the lube.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to clarify. That's not what we were talking about. This is boot to the face, not boot to the ace.
See what you did there. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some stories in Las Vegas.
I wish there was some wrestling going on this weekend, but I couldn't find any.
In Vegas, do they have like an indie promote? Oh, isn't AAA gonna be there?
This
sure
weekend,
AAA is gonna be there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
pretty sure.
2 times I've went down. TNA's been there, and that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, but if you get there at 9, I think you're gonna miss it. I'm pretty sure it's on Friday. The AAA.
Yeah.
The Worlds Collide. I think Worlds Collide. So it's WWE and AAA. I want to say.
Never mind. I can't afford it.
But yeah, I've been playing. I'm sure Worlds Collide gotta be a little bit. So when is the 12th?
Today's the 9th, so it's Friday.
Yeah, I might go to that. I might go to Worlds Collide.
Lola Vice will be there, right?
Who?
Lola Vice.
Oh yeah, she will be there. Dirty Dom. I gotta look at ticket prices.
Maybe I'll see
Like
him
you
at the
said,
bar after.
if they talking that nonsense of pricing people out, then nah, it can't be more than NXT prices though. But you never
NXT
know.
prices high as giraffe pussy too.
NXT wasn't terrible. I went to Standard Delivery. They weren't terrible.
It was here in
So,
Atlanta when they came to fucking center stage. They were
oh yeah,
acting like
that's
they were
probably
at State Farm Arena.
probably because the venue was so small. Maybe that's why.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let's get into it, EJ. Let's talk some professional wrestling. We got a lot to talk about. AJ Lee returned this week. Let's start there.
AJ Lee. Hey, they're treating her like she was the female Punk. No pun intended. She got a. I know you never were an AJ Lee fan like that, but fans seem to, really be behind her coming back. Huge pop. Doing her prance around the ring. Your thoughts?
I mean, I'm excited to see her wrestle, to see if she can keep up with the new age women, because she was good for the era that she was in, right? But again, that was like the era with all the Diva Search women, like Michelle McCool and Caitlyn and Candice Michelle. Like, no disrespect to them, but they weren't professional wrestlers. And she was supposed to be the great one out of all of them. Well, now she's back. She looks phenomenal. I'll start there. Like, that woman is ripped. Like, I wish I fucking had muscles like that. But she looks great. Hopefully, but I'm already annoyed by her. Like,
already? Yeah, she been back for a cup of
all
coffee.
the fucking skipping around and the mental health thing is like a sensitive topic in America now. And she played a crazy person on TV. And for her to be like, oh yeah, I had to go to therapy and all that, which she may have. But making a storyline out of it, like, come on. I'm not here for
But
that.
I heard in real life she was dealing with that. So maybe she was trying to, like, her first promo.
It just so happens that she's written a book about being crazy and that's her fucking character. It just kind of feels a little over the top to me. I could be wrong, whatever. But for my taste, I don't like it.
I guess we don't really know what's going on if she's, combining real life stuff with storyline stuff. If she is, then that's kind of, a little bit, if she's, just playing off the character. But if she's talking about real life shit, then, do what you gotta do. I don't want it to be like a theme, get it over with your first promo and then move on to the next thing. But I thought it was fine. I like the SmackDown stuff, even though, it was like the worst kept secret that she was coming back, but it still got that moment, that pop, and to see her and Punk, go against Becky and Seth, I think it'll be interesting. They're trying to load this WrestlePalooza card up. All Out's gonna be in the same day, and I don't know if this will main event, but this is definitely gonna be promoted. And I thought it was cool. I'm guessing she's here for the long run. Did she sign a multi-year contract?
That's what they reported, and that brings me to another topic. Like, I'm sick of all the fucking backstage like access where Triple H always has to be on camera hugging somebody and giving them a contract and pointing to them when they win. Like, get over yourself. I hate to compare him to Vince. Vince was never out there like that. You're the fucking booker, man. Like, you're not supposed to be the head of it. You're not supposed to open all the shows and welcome to WrestleMania. Like, sit your ass back there with a headset on. This fucking guy just can't get out of the way.
Yeah, Vince didn't mix his backstage like booker in like the public eye. Like when he was on camera,
he was
about to
say he didn't mix business with pleasure, and I was gonna be like, well, hold on now, EJ.
Well, Or maybe that's why he like never seen him in like the public eyes like as far as his Booker hat because he's probably messed with the talent. He didn't he didn't want the scales of the crowd. But I digress. Yeah, like Mr. McMahon was on camera, but not Vince. But Paul Levesque is always on camera as like the Booker, and yeah, it's a little bit eye rolly, but that's just who he is. You know, like, he's trying to be the WWE version of Dana White at this point, but whatever. But as far as AJ goes, I wasn't around when she was around. Like by the time I started getting back into it, she was gone. Like, what was your favorite match of hers? You said she could go in the ring.
I don't think I ever said she could go.
Oh, I thought you said she could go.
She could go for the era that she was in. I never thought she was that good. I never liked her. Like, I always thought she was extremely overrated, and I always thought everybody, like, I can't wait for her to come back. Like, really? That's who you want to come back? Of all the women we got, that's who y'all want? So, I'm the wrong person to ask about it because I was never a fan. I'll admit, like, the same way I did about Punk when he came back to AEW. The return was cool as shit. Like, it's fun to go back and watch that kind of stuff. I don't get it, but the return itself was cool. It was good to see people react like that, but I'm fine to be proven wrong. If it comes back and she's fucking working like crazy and having knockdown drag out matches with Becky and Io and Rhea and all the best of the best, hey, I'll be happy to be wrong. But as of right now, from what I remember about her and her having a 10-year layoff, I don't think she'll be able to keep up.
So you think the game has caught up to her now with the women's revolution has happened?
Oh, yeah. Might have passed her by.
Well, that's another thing. So you got her back. Seems like Nikki is pretty much back. I don't know how long this run is going to be. Do you think like they may be taking spots of like up and comers, kind of, you know?
Nah. You won't be on TV? Get over.
But this time, that could have been to maybe a new person. Now you got Nikki wrestling Asuka. I thought the match was actually pretty solid too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Nikki wasn't there the whole time. You don't see her taking time away from Becky Lynch or Rhea or Io or Kyrie and Asuka and Lyra Valkyria and Raquel Rodriguez. Like, all these women are still on TV, regardless of if Nikki and AJ are there. So get over it.
I hadn't seen Lyra as much. I hadn't seen Stephanie Vaquer as much.
Lyra just wrestled last night. She wrestled against Raquel Rodriguez in a one-on-one match.
She just came back. I'm saying, like, basically the past month after she finished up with Becky. I feel like she was kind of ghosted for a little bit.
You just touched on something that I do want to delve into a little bit. Stephanie Vaquer. What the fuck is going on with this? Like, she was taken off TV for a while after she won that women's battle royal here in Atlanta. And then the whole thing with Naomi got pregnant, so that got put on the back burner. Now they're saying she was supposed to be at Monday Night Raw, but she wasn't there for some reason. And they're saying they hope she's at WrestlePalooza. Is there some kind of visa issue or something like that going on? Have you heard anything?
I have not heard a single thing. I'm hoping it's not a visa issue.
Because they said we hope Stephanie Vaquer is able to compete at WrestlePalooza. Because she was supposed to be at Raw last night.
Yeah, I don't know. So, you know, visas seem like they're easier, I guess, because North America, like, you don't see a whole lot of issues with, like, Mexican wrestlers. But she's from Chile, if I'm not mistaken, South America. I don't know. Isn't she Chilean? Or am I making that up?
Yeah,
or Argentinian?
You're right.
Or for Argentina.
She's Chilean. She's from Chile.
Okay. So I know as far as Brazil goes, now all you need was a passport back in the day, but with what's going on with the administration right now, you need a visa to go to Brazil now. So maybe something's going on that front, because in South America, which would be a shitty thing if this is affecting her. I don't know, man. I haven't really done any research as far as like the wrestling news and what's going on with her.
Yeah, I literally just heard last night. They were like, we hope that Stephanie Vaquer is able to compete at WrestlePalooza. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? Y'all had a match set up.
I hope. Yeah, I hope. I don't. I know we'll make official predictions the week before the show, but slight spoiler out. I'm leaning towards her not winning the title, especially what's going on right now.
Yeah, there's something odd going on with her.
She was on fire. Like I feel like she didn't cool herself off. I feel like I don't know if it.
Taking her off TV.
I don't know if it's a visa issue. Like if it's a visa issue, then you can't really blame the
Well,
bookers.
even when she would be there, she'd be doing like backstage stuff instead of wrestling. Like, keep her in the ring. That's why people like her. Like, all these backstage vignettes where, and I don't mean to sound any kind of way, but like where English is broken and you can barely understand her. You know what we do understand? When the bell rings and she starts whooping ass. That right there is bilingual. Like, anybody can understand that. Put her in the ring. But instead, they had her backstage, like, going around talking to people and shit. And it just felt like she was out of sight, out of mind. And now whatever issue it is that might keep her out of WrestlePalooza, it's like, okay. Like, if me as a fan is getting frustrated with it, I know the fucking bookers are getting frustrated with it.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed that everything gets cleared up. If it's traveling issues, if it's the book, like you said, some of it when she was on TV was the booking fault, where she's doing backstage stuff. But I don't know, it's weird, and I hadn't researched it, so that's probably what I'll do once the show is over. See what's going on with it.
EJ reaching. What does that mean?
So, all right. So to tie everything together, we saw Becky get physical with Punk, and in the PG era, you don't see a lot of physicality with the men going back with the women. And you mentioned it last week, Jakara Jackson getting clotheslined by Agent Zero from the Order 4, which I thought it was, I thought when it happens like that and it makes sense, then I think you could do it. Like we said, it's kind of like Marvel movies when you see the female heroes fighting Thanos and shit. And even with it made sense when AEW did it with Moxley doing Marina Shafir with the buckshot lariat, because she being dastardly hitting these guys, and like, all right, she finally got her comeuppance, but it was like a one-time thing. One thing that piqued my interest on this past week's Impact is Order 4 guy. He was like, he like yanked Jakara Jackson back. I think multiple times a dude messed with her from Order 4, like being physical with her, like beating her up. And then later on in the show, Dolph Ziggler super kicked her. I'm like, all right, this is like, okay, I know it's a show, but they have all these white guys beating up a black woman constantly. Like, I've never seen like physicality as far as mainstream wrestling goes to this extent and to the person. And I'm like, I don't know, my antennas came up. I'm like, all right, she's not even getting her get back on them, because we've seen, I think, like glimpses of it before, but like it was like Jordan Grace, I think she has, but she would like wrestle, like she'd get offense in. And going further back than that, I think maybe Smoke Show, Scarlett. I think she wrestled a few guys. But then I'm like, they're just beating her up, and like, is this like a good message to be sending to kids too? And y'all got these white guys beating up this black woman on TV. I don't know. I don't know if it's a reach, but it seemed weird. I don't know if that seems a little weird to you.
Maybe she's the only one like down to be like, yeah, I'll take that move. Just trying to fucking, I try not to get too behind the scenes with stuff, but like a way to make yourself more available on TV is like, yeah, I'll take that fucking move. And like, all right, put it on TV then. Like, yeah, I'll get beat up, but there is like certain things that happen where like when it's a black woman involved, I'm like, I don't know if we should be doing that. But I haven't seen Impact, so I can't give you my opinion on that. But I did see Dolph Ziggler super kick her. I didn't think anything was wrong with that.
Yeah, and the match the dudes from the Order 4 were like putting their hands on her. So it's weird, but I don't know. I feel like I said, when the dude closed on it the week before, that makes sense. That's the old moment, and then you build up for there. But they keep doing it. Like I think it takes away from it, and it like just looks weird. Y'all keep beating her up like this.
Yeah.
But
She better get some get back. We might have to show up.
yeah, exactly.
Get me, you, fucking Black Wrestling, the enemies. we all
Yeah.
got to connect like Voltron and go get some get back for her.
Do something, man. We gotta protect our woman at all costs. But
Swerve ain't gonna
yeah,
help us though.
oh yeah, he don't want to be. He don't want to be. He said he don't want to be included in that. He just wants to be included in general. But
He just want to stay on the poach.
that's another topic for another day.
Sami Zayn on SmackDown, since we were talking about SmackDown and AJ Lee's return, went up and confronted John Cena, got booed out of the building, gave John Cena a U.S. title match, and 3 segments in, all of a sudden Brock Lesnar comes in. So we just wasted 25 minutes of wrestling. This big fucking cowboy comes in, beats the shit out of both of them, and leaves.
What did you think of the actual match before he fucking just ruined it?
I thought they were cooking. I was watching, and I was like, you know how the way we watch wrestling now is so stupid. Like, we can't. It's hard to like buy into stuff. So when we do, like, I really buy in. But I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, oh shit, they're about to give Cena the belt, and I'm like, nah, he can't have the belt. Are they gonna let Sami Zayn pin Cena on his final fucking tour? Nah, ain't no way Sami Zayn's gonna. I never in my head thought, oh yeah, Brock Lesnar's gonna show up and beat them both up.
I didn't even like read anything. I said I think somebody's gonna ruin it. Maybe Lesnar, and that's what happened. Because I'm like I was thinking like you, like, all right, they're not gonna let Sammy pin Cena, and I don't think they're gonna have him win this title. So I'm like, all right, it's Triple H all over. It's gonna be a DQ, and lo and behold, DQ. Brock Lesnar come through. But I think they said that was John Cena's last SmackDown, wasn't it?
Yeah, his last SmackDown and his last appearance in Chicago.
Yeah, so that's how he went out. But I think they have Brock Lesnar scheduled for a bunch of a couple SmackDowns leading into Palooza, right?
I mean, there's only 2 left. This Friday and next Friday.
I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be on those 2. So now that the dust is settled, how do you think, like, what kind of reception you think Brock's going to get? You think some of that off the screen shit is going to pour over to fans' reaction?
Fuck no, it doesn't. Like, I've learned that WWE fans and internet fans are not one and the same. Like, 1 out of every 5 fans in the crowd might be a big time internet fan, but most of them are just people that watch it on TV. They're parents of little kids that are going, or they just don't give a fuck about all the backstage stuff. They're just, it's like when you were watching The Walking Dead, only a percentage of people watched The Talking Dead, the shit afterwards, right? Like, they didn't want to know all the backstage shit. They just wanted to watch. And I feel like a lot of wrestling fans are like that, more than we probably think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's still some unanswered questions, and I know internally we're not going to get anything because they quit doing the press conferences and shit. But you don't think that it may be? What's that?
It was convenient, right? Like the timing of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect timing, right, for them just to stop doing the press conferences. But I digress. But I was gonna say, internally we're not gonna hear anything because they shut them down. But do you think that mainstream media might pick up on it and be like, "Hey, this man still got some stuff going"? I think it's possible.
It's pro wrestling. People don't give a fuck about pro wrestling.
I think you might see a TMZ, kind of put some heat on it. Like, Lesnar's just back, huh? No, nothing going on with Janelle Grant. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel. And you think this is gonna be a one-off for Brock? Is this the last we'll see of him?
Nah, he's back. He'll be at WrestleMania. He'll be at Royal Rumble.
Like, what is he? Does John Cena make sense? Like, what else even makes sense for him at this point after this?
Brock versus Braun Breaker.
They really do want to give Braun the rub, but yeah, I guess you could just have Brock as like a tweener, like he just likes to fight, like he's not a face or a heel. That's the only reason I could see him going against Breaker right now.
I gotta take on Breaker. I think Bronson Reed is head and shoulders above Breaker right now.
In what sense?
Microphone, ring presence, superstar presence. Like Bronson Reed, when they get in front of the screen, he's comfortable. He's himself, just like cocksure is what they would call it. Braun's just still kind of like, you don't know if he's crazy, you don't know if he's smart, you don't know if he's unhinged. But Bronson's Reed, like, man, fuck all that. I'm a tribal thief. I don't know. He just comes across way more like confident and like a star.
That's my cousin. You got to go out there and do his thing. But
Tell him I said what's up at the family reunion.
Well, he always brings the slab of ribs to the cookout.
No macaroni.
But I see what you did there. But yeah, I mean, I think they're just different. Like you said, Bronson. I always mixing the name up. Bronson Reed. He's got like the presence, like you said, a little bit underrated on the mic, and just that. I think we may have mentioned it, but other people mentioned like he's like the new age Bam Bam Bigelow, can move extremely well for somebody his size. But I think that they're putting all their money in the Braun Breaker, business, because as much as Bronson has been doing with the opportunity that's been given to him, Father Time isn't on his side. I think he's my age. So, and they're banking on the future. And WWE has a problem. We didn't really talk about this. Like, WWE is a pretty damn old company as far as in-ring talent. Like, I think I read a few months back or a few weeks back, the medium age is like late 30s or something as far as the male side of things. The women are a little bit younger, but like under 30, you got Dom, you got Breaker. That's about it. And maybe, what's the kid that's gone? Austin Theory, I think he might be under 30, but that's about it.
I mean, I don't put as much stock in that now as I would have like 15 years ago when they were doing so many house shows and stuff like that. Like, they barely wrestle now. Like, they might wrestle twice a week now. You could do that shit till you're 50.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. And a lot of time you see some wrestlers even win the world title later in age. I think Damian Priest was like 39, 40 when he finally won the world title. But as far as like long term, you still like you said, maybe Bronson, maybe your flavor ice cream that you like better, but you still don't see Braun Breaker as like the future.
I mean, I see it because they're forcing it. I'm just saying, if I had to vote, I don't know. It's early. Like, he could turn heads. Like, I remember I saw it with Roman in the Shield, and people were like, I don't really know about that guy. And then they kind of got on board, and then they turned on him when they found out he was supposed to be the guy because CM Punk told everybody. So, like, I could be misreading this one, and everybody else could be right. But me, I don't see Braun Breaker being the main event of WrestleMania.
I mean, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate a little bit because I'm not like all aboard on Braun Breaker train, but I just see that's what they're kind of trying to force right now, is him being the future. They're doing a better job of what they did with Roman. They did a Roman disservice how they rolled him out back when he was breaking off with the Shield. They're being a little bit more careful with Breaker. And I think they're doing it the correct way you should do it. Let him go off as a heel and then let it, happen naturally. The fans get behind him, but I don't completely see it. So I don't know. We'll see how things play out as far as who rises above who in this fucking faction that they got right now. But I don't know. I feel like Braun Breaker has some funny moments every now and then unintentionally. Remember he was like, "You're 50, you're 50," when he's outside, calling them old as fuck. Who's he talking to? Cena and Punk? Who's he
I think he was talking to
These-
Punk. He's talking to Punk. He's like, "You're 50 years old. What are you gonna do to me?"
So yeah, that's funny. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody has to rise to the division. I don't know, that IC title is held up. Braun Breaker already had it. I think Bronson Reed would be really good with that Intercontinental title right now.
Yeah. Speaking of them, they are teaming up to take on the Usos at WrestlePalooza. And on Monday Night Raw, man, we had some shit go down. My boy Jey Uso, yeet, and your boy LA Knight, yeah, apparently can't get along. And shit hit the fan. Jey Uso spears LA Knight to go off. Before that, Jay told Jimmy, "We got to make everybody acknowledge us, so we're going to smash them all." And Jimmy said, "Nick, you sound a lot like Roman Reigns right now." And at the end of the night, he pulled a Roman Reigns. And so I ask you, EJ, as the Jey Uso Uber fan myself, I'm going to bow out and ask you where you think this is going. Because I got my thoughts. I don't think they're going to go deep into it like I am, but is Jay turning heel? Is he just becoming more edgy? Like, what are we doing with Jey Uso right now?
I really don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go with the latter. I think they're just making him edgy. I just think he's too much of a merch seller for them to have him be a full out on heel. I really don't have any clue what they're doing right now, because they're not wrestling. Him and LA Knight aren't wrestling at WrestlePalooza. It's gonna be the tag team match at WrestlePalooza. Like I really don't know. Like this really doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I'm curious to see what you got to say about it.
Makes perfect sense.
I've
said a million times on this podcast, the Bloodline story was not a story about Roman Reigns. It was a story about Jey Uso. Roman was the co-star. All those years leading up, Jey Uso was the right-hand man, and he's supposed to be the tribal chief the whole nine. Even Jimmy told him one time, "Man, I don't want you to be the tribal chief, because you're going to end up being just like Roman." And Roman even said, the only person that had a problem with you being the right-hand man was Jimmy. So you fast forward all these years, Jay finally gets a world title, loses it because he's trying to help everybody else. And what's Roman say? You can't worry about everybody else. You got to worry about you. So now he's right back into the right-hand man. This is they're not going to do this, but this is a perfect story to have Jey Uso ascend to finally become the tribal chief and then be the head of the family. I don't think it's going to happen, but they're teasing the shit out of it because they're dropping these little Easter eggs, like Jimmy telling him he sounds like Roman. That fits perfectly into all this. Are we headed back for fucking Bloodline cinema, as the kids would say? That's where I want to go. Because in the words of The Rock, Cody Rhodes, fuck your story.
I mean, maybe, like you said, it may not happen. But if it did happen, what do you see? Like him just taking over the MFTs?
No. I see him and Roman feuding. Only this time, Jay's the heel and Roman's the babyface.
And like a tribal battle for the head of the table, for the Ulafala.
Yeah. Maybe you bring The Rock back. Get The Rock involved.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Only if they have it mapped out. I don't just want to see them just wing it and week to week, just be all over the place. If they have it mapped out and able to pull it off and tell a compelling story, I'll be with it. But if they just doing some random shit, then Nah. But I'm
One
with
thing
it.
about the Bloodline storyline, they always had it mapped out. Like, they had answers for every question.
Yeah, so I'll be with that.
I wouldn't be shocked to see the Bronze beat the Usos at WrestlePalooza and Jay superkick Jimmy.
Yeah, I gotta get you back from what 2 years ago, or whatever the fuck that happened. 3 years ago, two.
Not even turning on him, just being like, I can't believe you fucking lost. You represent the family. Kick his ass in the face. Bow. Now get up, come on, let's go to dinner. Quit crying.
Like I've said before, and I'll still stand on it. I still think Jimmy is better on the mic than Jay. And I thought Jimmy did well on Raw when he kicked it off, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, let's see Jay and Roman go back and forth. That'll definitely give them something to do with. Sometimes they have problems not knowing what to do with people if they don't have the title or not in the world title picture. So I think that probably would be right up there with the world title scene if you just have Roman and Jay battle it out.
Let's switch over to AEW. You got a couple AEW notes in here. Not gonna lie, AEW was a tough watch for me last week.
How come?
I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I was fast forwarding a lot.
Huh. Maybe you're busy. I enjoyed the Dynamite. I think this was the last show in the 2300 arena.
No, they'll be there this week. They'll be in Philly.
Oh, really? I guess this is the last week.
I'm pretty sure of it because I watched Collision while I was on the elliptical, and the whole Tony Storm challenging everybody. I didn't understand when I saw the graphic, like a fatal 4-way for the world title. I'm like, why the fuck is Tekla and Chris Statlander getting world titles, and Jamie Hayter? She hadn't even wrestled. Then I saw what happened on Collision, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that if they're not in the 2300 arena, they're still in Philly this week. I do know that.
Well, I was at the gym and today I saw a commercial for it. So I guess you're right because they said 2300. I was like, is this an old commercial or are they back there? So I'm guessing they are back there. But yeah, it looks like Darby's getting his coffin match with Moxley. I think that's gonna be a crazy ass match. He's been running the Death Riders down. And it wasn't on Dynamite where he had Gabe Kidd he had him strapped to the back within a body bag.
He's done that a couple times to people.
I thought that was pretty interesting, setting it up with. I mean, Moxley's gonna kill Darby in this match.
Darby might have some help.
Sting?
He doesn't have to wrestle to come back and fucking hit people with a baseball bat. He's done it once already.
Yeah, he's come back before. Well, I think that'd be the perfect because he's still employed by AEW. So I think that'd be the perfect way to bring him back. But looks like your boy Kenny Omega might be out again.
Oh, damn, what happened?
I haven't read about it, but I heard a podcast speaking about it. Go get some procedure done. I don't know what procedure, but hey, they took that. It got him out of the pain on Dynamite. That brain buster through the table, and Fletcher said he's dead. I thought that was pretty entertaining.
Real quick, speaking of injuries in AEW, Wardlow's out again.
What?
Yeah, it's feared that he's got a torn pectoral muscle.
Motherfucker ain't been wrestling. He did it on America's Gladiators. Oh, I guess. Working out. He lay off the bench press. Damn. Well, a speedy recovery to Wardlow. But looks like it's gonna be Hangman versus Fletcher at All Out. Is it too soon or perfect timing for Fletcher to be kind of thrusted in the main event scene?
I think it's too soon. I think Fletcher shouldn't get a world title shot until he's gonna win, and I don't think he's gonna win. I think he's somebody you hold off, and when they get that first world title shot, they fucking win it. Because I think he's that big of a deal, or he could be.
So you don't think it's like a decent move or solid move just to kind of test it out a little bit just to see how he fares in a title match.
Nah, some people need to have their first title match be their title win, and I think he's one. Yeah, he might win. Who knows? Doubt it.
Think so.
But who knows? But I just feel like having him lose a world title match while he's on this ascension right now, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, you got him on the ascension right now, just have him keep beating people. Have him beat the Omegas and the Takeshitas and the Ospreys. I'll just name 2 people that are hurt. But, like, have him beat some of your top stars. He don't have to beat the world champion. But have him beat some of the top people that are coming for his title.
I'm not mad at them kind of doing a heat check, because right now that whole group is kind of leaning on getting all the heat from Don Callis. I don't really know how fans really feel about Fletcher on his own 2 feet, and we've seen it in wrestling before where they kind of done a heat check before they get the title. Then wasn't Stone Cold in like a couple title matches, like after that '97 Rumble, like with Undertaker and shit?
Yeah, I mean, people have done it before. I'm not saying it's unheard of. I'm just saying I think it's a bad idea for him. This one singular instance, I think it's a bad idea for him.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because he's still got the TNT title to fall back on, and kind of what he's saying is like he's gonna have that for a very long time. So it's kind of a detour, just it's like, I hate to say it, like a transitional, storyline almost to get Hangman to the next thing, and they've been able to, like, it didn't come out of nowhere, because Don Callis said he wants the title back in the group, and this is, kind of a way to build up Hangman's resume until you get to Full Gear. I forgot that they have like Wrestle Dream before Full Gear, so I have no idea what they're gonna do there. I'm not mad at it.
EJ's hot take.
So, top to bottom, when you're talking about lower card to main event scene, I think basically for the majority of 2025, AEW's been doing the better overall storytelling from the lower card to the upper card than WWE's had. One thing that WWE does really well, and they still do well to this day, are moments. We've seen a whole bunch of moments with the WWE this year. You had John Cena, that made a big splash, him turning heel, AJ Lee returning, Jay winning the Rumble, Jay winning the world title. But then, like, in between the storyline telling is like, we see the same thing on Raw, DQ finish, or them finishing with the Vision. With the lower card, you just see Mero and Sheamus fighting every week. Even with some of the women's storylines, you just see the Judgment Day backstage just hanging out. And you got this tribalism with wrestling fans. No matter how good one company may be doing, and vice versa, like no matter how good AEW storyline may be, especially improving from what they have been the past years, the fans on the other side will never admit it. And I don't know. I just think, like I said, overall, because you got things going on. It seems like Darby Allin's looking to take out the Death Riders. You got Tekla and Queen Aminata, what they got going on. Then they got this interweaving story with the Death Riders trying to get Chris Statlander. I don't know if you saw Collision. She ended the match with Wheeler Yuta's finishing move, so that's an Easter egg. Yeah, that's an Easter egg right there. You got Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet finishing off with this story that they started telling off. the Tony Storm, they kind of just threw that together, but they got storylines within the 4 women in the match all fighting with each other. You got Hook, like, basically calling out the ops, like, y'all left me behind. You got Cope and Christian. You got, like, all even, like, far from not just the top. You got, like, mid and the lower level things being told. And like I said, I think 2025, they've been, doing a really good job at telling different stories.
I don't think that's I think that's the truth. Like, we've talked about it on here before. AEW's storytelling's gotten way better. And like you said, WWE's got moments because they got bigger stars. Like, there was no storyline that needed to bring AJ Lee back. The storyline with Cena turning heel was a hunk of shit, but it was still a moment. Like, yeah, I agree. I think AEW is doing better, especially their women's division. Like, the fact that, like, the match on Collision was Tony Storm, Statlander, Harley Cameron, and Mina versus the Triangle of Madness and Megan Bayne. Everybody in that ring had a storyline with either one or more people on the other side, plus other people that weren't involved in the match. And I like that. Just because me and you got beef don't mean I can't have beef over here. And just because I'm friends with this person doesn't mean I can't get along with this person too. Like, I like that there's multiple ways that they can go with the storyline involving the women. And they're doing it with the men also. Hangman's a babyface, but so is Swerve. They still don't like each other. They've helped each other here and there. But it's still on site with them. Like, one of them moves the wrong way and the other one's swinging on them. Like, I like that kind of shit. So I think AEW storytelling's been really good the past, I'll give it at least 6 months.
Yeah. And I hate that fans have to draw a line in sand. Back when we were kids and teens, like, we just watched WCW and WWE. I think fans drawing a line in the sand is kind of hindering AEW from, getting more eyes and going to that next level, because of course they never catch WWE as far as mainstream and big company, but like, you still could go to another level. But these fans with their tribalism are like, I don't know, you could be bigger if, like, you would quit being divisive. I don't know.
Excuse me. I've never thought about it until just now when you said that. I think that's why fans that are a little older like us, we can watch both shows and be objective because we grew up in the Nitro. We grew up during the Monday Night Wars, where, like, one night Raw might be better, one night NWO and Sting might be better, but, like, there was no. I was more WCW over WWE, but I didn't, like, go around wearing a fucking WCW t-shirt. That's just the brand I preferred. I still watched the other one because it still had The Rock. It still had Stone Cold. They still had fucking Mickey James. She was a little later, you know what I mean? But they still had people that I liked. But at the end of the day, I was more pro WCW. But if the internet was around, I don't think I would get online and be like, WWF fucking sucks. This is trash. They should all be fired. I think I'd just be like, Raw was fucking hitting tonight.
Yeah.
I wish Sting was on TV a little bit more on Nitro, but Raw was that shit. Did y'all see Stone Cold and The Rock? That shit was crazy.
I think you're right. I think it's because, the Gen Z and the Gen Alphas, like, they didn't grow around, and so it has to be,
one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
You know who I blame?
One or the other. Who's that?
Everybody that started the whole fucking Kobe and LeBron shit. That's what it was.
Yeah, it kind of start back there. They even had commercials with it. They even had commercials, the Nike Kobe and LeBron.
Oh my God. Do you remember those fucking puppet commercials with Kobe and LeBron?
Yep.
Oh my God. Now I'm gonna be up all night watching these fucking things now. LeBron, have you seen my 3 NBA championship rings? You probably don't even know what they look like.
Yeah, that was before LeBron won. Those were good. But yeah, man,
they were playing basketball in their apartment, and the phone rings, and you can hear somebody, like, yelling at him on the other line. He's like, "Who was it?" He said, "Oh, that was Miss Lewis from downstairs." What she say? She said you ain't got no defense. He ran and dunked on him. Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
go back and watch. I'm gonna go back and watch those too. I can't remember who voiced those puppets, but
One of them sounded like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't, but it was
sound-
no, it was Keenan and Kel, or Keenan or Kel. I can't remember which one. I think it was Keenan Thompson and somebody else.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. Harking even further back. Remember Lil Penny? I think that was Chris Rock.
Yep, Lil Penny was Chris Rock. That was Tyra Banks, fool.
Oh man, creativity of commercials used to be dope.
Yeah.
Now they're like non-existent.
And I was just like, hey, look at my tits. Buy Bang Energy.
Exactly.
That shit ain't creative. What the fuck? But show me again.
for research purposes, of course.
Yeah. What flavor was that?
Oh man, but yeah, man. Street clothes rest of the week.
I got Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley. I can't remember. Was she on TV last week?
Yeah, she had on some cowboy boots and little denim get up.
Shout out to Fallon Henley. Mm-hmm. See, like that could be a talent that's on Raw and SmackDown, but you got Nikki Bella up there wrestling.
Oh, stop that.
I'm gonna go with your girl Becky for street clothes. She had the red get up, and AJ Lee gave her a little shiner. I didn't like that.
That was makeup. Then again, knowing AJ Lee, she's not that good, so she probably did hit it for real.
Oh, shots fired! Damn. Yeah, man, you had to
What'd I say?
Take her head off. Take her head off for that comment.
Heard my girl Becky? What's wrong with you? She's the best women's wrestler of all time, and it's not just her saying it. Other people are saying it.
Sports Illustrated, the Chicago Tribune.
I fucking love it. It ain't just me saying it. She's such an asshole.
I thought it was hilarious when AJ came back and like Seth was stumbling over the barricade and then he carried her over the shoulder. It was just so extra dramatic. The facials they were making and whatnot.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good feud.
Let's hope so.
I got a feeling Becky's taking the L next weekend, but
that's awful.
Yeah, and then that's gonna give AJ a chance at the Intercontinental title, and Becky's gonna win that one.
I don't know who's gonna take the IC belt off her. Maybe Bailey. I don't really know what they're doing with. She's being like a schizophrenic type gimmick. You said nah. Well,
maybe it'll be Fallon Henley.
They don't even want to give her the NXT Women's Championship.
Jada Parker.
I don't see it being an NXT person. I mean, but it would make sense with that Lyra, but she can't challenge for it while Becky has it. So I don't know. Maybe you do have to go get an NXT, or if Stephanie Victor loses the world title, if she gets it from Becky.
I don't like it.
Why not?
I don't know. You shouldn't have put in a world title match if you're not gonna give it a world title.
No, she was gonna be in it anyway. You think she was gonna beat Naomi?
No, I'm just saying they shouldn't have fucking booked her to get the world title. She's like Kyle Fletcher. I don't think you put her in a title match unless she's gonna win it.
She wasn't beating Naomi, and I don't know if she's beating Io. So it is what it is. I'm trying to think, like lower level card on.
Maybe Kyrie or Asuka takes it from her. Becky never
maybe
beats
Natty.
Asuka.
Maybe give it to Natty. Give Natty the rub.
Give it to my girl, Maxine Dupree.
Oh hell no!
Why not?
I'm a fan of her, but no, I don't want. She nah. That's the workers title.
Yeah, she work on that worm or the caterpillar,
Work on
whatever the
that
hell it's
worm.
called.
Work on that worm. Yeah, give it a. I wouldn't mind.
You made it
Even though they're
weird when
both.
you said it, EJ.
You made it weird by not breezing by it.
My bad.
um, no, give it to Roxanne.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be good. No, they're both heels though.
Oh, fuck. It don't matter. Do it heel versus heel. Triple threat. Triple threat. Do a triple threat. So let somebody else be in it. But
I just
think
got an
Roxanne
alert
be
from
perfect.
SeatGeek telling me that Saturday, September 13th, I could go see Canelo versus Crawford. Cheapest ticket starting at $353.
I didn't pay that, but I got them like right when they came out. I got them. I didn't get second market or whatever. Jeez, and that's in this fucking stadium. That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't pay that
TK
much for WrestleMania. I'd be damned if I paid that much for boxing.
TKO, man, more money in their pocket.
Not for me. I'll be in Vegas, but I won't be there. I'll be watching that shit at the fucking sports book. Drunk. Hopefully with a whole lot of chips in my pocket.
Hey, I'm hoping you come out on up in Vegas. So dinner will be on you.
Yeah, you know the steakhouse I like. Speaking of, did I tell you my buddy's coming? My girlfriend's best friend's husband. He'll be there with us, and he's a big South Carolina fan.
You didn't tell me he was in South Carolina. I thought he was a fan of another team.
No, he went to Wofford. That's the college he went to, but he's from South Carolina, so he's a big Gamecock fan. That's the I don't know if you remember this, but I went to Greenville when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were in college, and they were playing that playoff game, and that was a big game there, and South Carolina lost or whatever. I was watching it with them. Like, I never watched women's basketball that intently before. We were all sitting at the bar. I was like, these motherfuckers hooping. He was like, yeah, you ain't know about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but these motherfuckers are balling.
I would love to catch the game with a fellow Gamecock fan. It might be tight. I might just have to watch like the first quarter because it's a night game, and
They finally came out with it?
yeah, it's a night game, and the fight is that night, but it'll be starting for something Pacific time, and of course they got the undercard. I don't know. I'll play it by ear.
What time does the fight card start?
The doors open like at 4 something, but that's like the undercard. Nobody cares about those undercard
Yeah, but
fights.
we'll be, I don't know where you're staying, but we'll be downtown. So, like, that's at least a 20-minute Uber ride if traffic is good.
Yeah. So that might be too tight of a squeeze, but I was hoping it's going to be a noon game.
Yeah.
I'll probably be watching on my phone.
I was hoping so, too, because I don't want to stand there fucking watching football all day for 2 days. Like, I wanted to go out and do some Vegas shit, but maybe I'll leave him at the sports book and I'll go gamble while he's watching South Carolina, because Georgia plays at noon, I think, so it'll be pretty early.
It's Tennessee, Georgia this weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
They're putting that on. That's wild. They're putting that on at noon. Yeah, that don't really make sense, but what do I know? But yeah, football's in full swing. I'm sure you might throw some money on a few games out there.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna throw a couple parlays in early. Speaking of football, EJ, we made our picks last week.
Yeah, we both did well. We only had 2 different picks. Do you remember what games those were?
Dallas and Philly.
Yep.
And Jacksonville, Carolina.
That's incorrect. We both picked Jacksonville.
Did we? You switched? I got you written down for Carolina.
Yeah, I had Jacksonville.
All right. And then Baltimore, Buffalo.
Correct. Those are the 2. Yeah, I was watching that game. I'm like, this motherfuckers are out. I was like, they gonna lose. It's gonna be a push between me and Rucker. And I don't know what happened because I was driving my parents back from the airport, but they said Derrick Henry fumbled. I caught like the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Georgia Tennessee's at 3:30 Eastern, so it's 12:30 over there. I thought it was earlier than that. That's fine though. That means we don't have to wake up early as hell. And I can't believe that South Carolina game is 7:45, so it's 4:45 Pacific time. Damn, it's damn near 5 o'clock. Tragic.
But yeah, 10-6 and 12-4 were the records at the end of week 1.
It's not bad.
Week 2. When do our Cowboys play? I have it in front of me. I
It's a
just
1
gotta
o'clock
open it
game.
up.
10 a.m.
West Coast. Oh yeah, you don't leave till Monday too. I think I'll be getting on my flight. I think my flight leaves Sunday morning, so I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Maybe I'll get the Wi-Fi on the plane. We'll see. But kicking off Thursday night football, Commanders versus Packers.
Ooh, I'll take the Packers.
Man, I kind of want to pick Commanders, but for some reason, man, people when they go to Lambeau, they don't play their right game. So I'm gonna go Packers too.
Yeah, I just don't think Washington's gonna be that good this year.
I believe in Jaden Daniels. I think he's good, but maybe it's a team sport. Giants, Cowboys. I am taking the Dallas Cowboys.
I think I'll follow you on that one.
Russ didn't cook, did he? I didn't watch the game. I just saw a few. Oh, I had it on Red Zone, but for some reason I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to that.
I know you talked to me like I was crazy for picking Dallas last week, but not for all intents and purposes, I should have been right.
I mean, what do you mean you should have been right?
Would you have predicted that CeeDee Lamb would have dropped fucking 4 passes that were huge in that game?
I mean, some reason weird things happen during this Philly game. I wouldn't predict CD necessarily, but I predict some weird shit happening, something similar. But
so I saw a stat the other day. I had to research it myself to see if it was true. You know, in 10 years in playing in the NFL, Dak has never thrown an interception in Philadelphia.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. In the streak, he didn't throw a pick, did he?
No, he didn't throw one this week either. One of them almost happened because CD fell down in his break after Dak had already thrown the ball and it hit the fucking cornerback right in the face mask.
And then we didn't talk about the whole spitting incident. Has there been any fallout from that?
No, Jaden Carter got fined, but he won't be suspended anymore. They said basically he got a 1-game suspension already because he never even took the field to play, which I understand that.
Jalen Carter, he said that Dak spit at him. I look at the replay, like different angles. It look weird. I don't know how you made it.
Dak was in the huddle, and Jalen Carter was like way away from his huddle, like talking shit. And I watch enough Cowboy games that I see Dak Prescott spitting all the fucking. And I guarantee you, this season when you're watching the games, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Dak's spitting again." They're gonna make a big deal about it now. This dude spits all the fucking time when he's playing. Now, do I think he baited Jalen Carter? Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, he spit on the ground, and when Carter said something to him, he like smiled at him, like, "What the fuck you gonna do?" Then he walked in between his linemen to get in Carter's face, like, "What's up?" And then Jalen Carter spit on him. The referee was like, "Yo, ass out of here."
Yeah, we can't spit on him, man. Cause from what the replay I saw, like Dak was like looking at him laughing. And he spit on the ground, but he didn't spit like towards him.
Right.
He looked at him, spit on the ground. So obviously it was like a gesture, but he didn't spit like in his direction. I don't know, but it is what it is. Moving right along. the fighting Tony Khans are going to Cincinnati to face the Bengals.
I want to pick Jacksonville. Did they win last week, Jacksonville?
They did.
Give me 2-0 Jacksonville.
I cannot, on good faith, pick the Jaguars on the road. I'm picking the Bengals. The Bears. We both picked last week and they let us down. But
they had
going
it.
To fit.
What a choke job.
They blew it. I didn't watch the game because I was still dealing with tax stuff, but they choked, didn't they?
I went to sleep during the Baltimore-Buffalo game and during the Chicago-Minnesota game thinking that the two teams that won were going to win, and they didn't. They lost. I'm sorry, the two teams that were winning by what seemed to be an insurmountable lead end up losing the game both nights on Sunday and Monday Night Football. So, but hey, Justin Jefferson won me my fantasy league game this week, so that works.
I think I won in the Carls League as well. So
I didn't win in the Carls League.
But the Bears looking to redeem themselves for another team looking to redeem themselves. Detroit, another divisional battle. I'm going with the Lions.
I'm going to go with Chicago.
Los Angeles. The Rams are heading to Nashville, Music City, to face the Titans.
Rams.
Yeah, let me go with I'm going with the Rams as well.
Cam Ward looks like the truth, though.
I didn't get I finally, because I've been traveling and shit, I'm finally gonna catch up with highlights and shit probably tonight or so, because I didn't get to see him. You said he looked pretty good though.
Yeah, looked pretty good.
Patriots traveling to Miami, sunny Miami, to face the Dolphins in the shit bowl. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'll take Miami also.
Somebody's got to win that game.
I don't have to. It's a tie.
It could be. It literally could be a tie. So I go back on that. 49ers traveling to New Orleans, face the Saints. And is Purdy banged up?
Purdy's hurt. McCaffrey might be out. Kittle's gone.
Man, I kind of want to pick the Saints, but I'm still going 49ers.
Yeah, I'll pick San Fran also.
Buffalo Bills coming off that comeback win, traveling to New Jersey to face the New York Jets. Jets, Jets.
Justin Fields look good, but not good enough. I'll take Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo. Seahawks of Seattle are traveling to face the Pittsburgh Steelers in the rejuvenated Aaron Rodgers.
I'll take Seattle.
Who they have? Sam Darnold?
Yep.
I don't know. He had a good season last year. Maybe he was in the right system when he was with the
DK
Vikings.
Metcalf Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers. The Brownies of Cleveland going down to Baltimore in a division battle to face the Baltimore Ravens.
Cleveland's a sacrificial lamb.
I'm going Ravens.
Yeah.
The Broncos going to Indianapolis to, face a Colts. Surprisingly 1-0. They say Danny Dimes is that guy.
I'll take Danny Dimes.
I'll go in Denver. If he wins this, I'll maybe start believing in him. If Danny Dimes wins this game, I'll start believing. Carolina, the Panthers, traveling out west to face the Arizona Cardinals.
I'll take the Cardinals.
I have the Cardinals as well. This should be a good one. Super Bowl rematch, almost like part 3. Eagles traveling to your home city of Kansas City, face the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Man, I kind of want to pick Philly, but Chiefs, man, they need to tighten up.
Yeah.
This could be a make or break season. I'll go Chiefs. I'm not feeling confident in that pick, but I'll go Chiefs. Yeah, the Falcons of Atlanta, where you live at now, versus the Vikings. How did Penix look?
I thought he looked good. He should have won that game, but their kicker missed the kick at the end.
Tragic.
Defense did give up a long drive to lose the lead, and then Penix took him down, and it was like a 42-yard kick, and Young Hoku missed it to win the game. After the fucking Buccaneers kicker missed the extra point. So they only won by 2. It would have tied the game if Koo would have made it, but instead he would have won the game, and he missed it. So I thought Penix looked good, though. He got Kyle Pitts involved. We've been begging for that for years.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts was a high tight end pick, and he hadn't lived up to expectations. Yeah, we'll see. Promising young QB. Who'd you pick? I got Vikings.
I'll take Atlanta.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Texas to face the Houston Texans.
Tampa's actually pretty good.
I think the Texans need to win. I'll go Texans. They kind of need to win. I think they play desperate in this one. Monday Night Football. Oh, this is 2 Monday Night Football. Texans Bucks is the Monday night, and also the nightcap. The LA Chargers facing Las Vegas.
I'll give you
be
the
on a plane by the
Chargers.
time.
I'll be home.
Chargers.
I land at like 2 o'clock my time.
Okay. Man, I think it'd be cool to go to a Raiders game out there.
Yeah,
Time never lines up.
I was looking at the schedule. I was like, oh shit, they got a home game. Fuck, it's Monday night. Because I was thinking about going to it. It probably wouldn't have cost much.
I know, right? That does it for week 2 predictions.
And that does it for another great episode of Boot to the Face. EJ, you got anything you want to get out there before we leave?
Nope. Just as always, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms, and make sure to download audio, all that good stuff. And we will be in Las Vegas this weekend, so hopefully we come back in one piece.
Hopefully. For EJ Reed, I'm Chris Rucker. This has been another episode of Boot to the Face. Until next time, peace.
Yeah, Mr. Chaos. Boot to the face.